Just did a last big grocery run here in Miami. Need to get all of this packed away. Leaving in the morning for the Bahamas. So I'm labeling all the cans so I can take the labels off. And I also pulled the old ones out of the compartment so that they can be on top, because they get kind of dirty and rusty, and if you leave the one in the very back corner there, then it'll never be seen and it'll just bust through and you'll have soup in the bilge. Okay, got the liners back in there. They're just like silicone drying mats that fit real nice. So the reason I take all the labels off is because everything eventually gets wet on this boat, and the labels will hold on to that water and make the cans rust through much quicker. Otherwise the water will be more inclined to just run on by and the cans dry off eventually. Oops, missed one label. Otherwise, good to go. Lots of things will last a lot longer if you repackage them, because paper and cardboard get wet and then anything that's inside them will go bad, or at the very least you'll be left with a lot of disgusting paper and cardboard. So, for example, pasta boxes, which like don't have a bag inside them at all, I'll repackage into plastic bags. And it turns out that a pound of pasta, at least rotini, fits perfectly in a quart bag. Some things are easier to solve. Like crackers tend to come in a packaged bag inside a box, so I just take the box off and left with crackers. It was time for a new country. My plan was to leave Miami and head over the top of Grand Bahama straight to the Abacos Islands, where I would check into customs at Green Turtle Cay. I would sail one overnight on the way across the Gulfstream, and then spend the next night anchored at Great Sail Cay. Then it should just be another day to Green Turtle Cay to check in. Leaving Miami at the moment. Left the mooring ball about half an hour ago. Just passing the downtown area at the moment. Gonna stop at Miami Beach Marina for fuel before I head out the inlet. It's like right next to the inlet, so that'll be easy. Not a lot of wind at the moment, but a little bit more than when I left the mooring ball. It was total glass earlier, so it's improving. Hopefully by the time I'm out in the ocean, there's some actual breeze. Well, I'm about 4 hours out of Miami at this point. Been sailing most of the time. Just have a big jib up at the moment because the wind shifted downwind enough that things were luffing with both the mainsail and the jib up. They would just block each other. So, moving kind of slowly, but it's a smooth ride so far. Definitely out in the Gulfstream, getting pushed to the side a bit. Can only tell, like, from the GPS, the course that I'm on is significantly different than the actual direction the boat's headed. So, we're going like 60 degrees here. And the actual course over ground is more like 30 degrees most of the time. So, getting pushed sideways a bit, but that's helpful for where I'm going. Morning of day 2 out here. Had a pretty smooth sail overnight. Gulfstream was as smooth as could be. Just crossed onto the shoals above Grand Bahama Island. So you can tell out here the watercolor is, you can see the bottom go by. There's like light green spots and darker spots and all. Probably 10 or 12 feet deep right here, and we'll be like the whole way across. So, yeah, making decent progress. Motoring in the last few hours today. Wind has pretty much died down. Got rained on for a little bit. Still dark clouds all over the place. But I think we're done with rain for today. Got a couple sails up just to ease the rocking back and forth pretty much. They're not helping at all. And somewhere up there is where I'm anchoring. You can just about see the land. A few trees. Probably about 2 hours to go. So, should be there a little before sunset. Which is good. Much easier to anchor when you can see where you're anchoring. Just made it before the sunset. Very calm anchorage right now. Hopefully it stays that way all night. Just took a shower in the water. Yeah, gonna make dinner now. Glad to have made it here with no incidents. The next day was much less calm. I spent 9 hours beating directly upwind that day, starting with 3 reefs, then 2, then 1. I eventually anchored at Allen's Cay, only about 24 miles away as the crow flies, but with 40 miles sailed. Allen's Cay was a beautiful anchorage, but because I hadn't cleared customs yet, I couldn't go on land to explore it all. I did wake up to see a giant turtle splashing about in the middle of the anchorage. There isn't a lot of size context in this clip, but this guy must have been 4 feet long. I thought I might be in for a calmer day after the nice anchorage, but not by much. While I was hard on the wind most of the day, I didn't tack once from Allen's Cay to Green Turtle Cay, so instead of 9 hours, I did the same straight line distance in about 5. Alright, anchored here at Green Turtle Cay. I'm about to go check in with customs. Got the boat all settled up. Dinghy's ready to go. Town is just over there, so I believe the dinghy dock is right there. Had to try twice to anchor here. Was dragging immediately the first time. I think I just put it in too grassy of a spot. But went for a real clear patch after that, and seems good. So yeah, about to officially be in the Bahamas now. So, officially cleared into the Bahamas. It was pretty easy. Bunch of forms, but not too bad, because there's immigration forms, customs forms, and then got a cruising permit, and a fishing permit, and then like a receipt for the payment. Yeah. Only $150, and that's good for like 90 days for the fishing and like a year for staying with the boat or something. Much longer than I need in any case. So yeah, gonna stay anchored at Green Turtle Cay tonight, and then probably head off to somewhere else in the morning. We'll see. Haven't figured that much out yet. That's all for this episode. Check back next time for Adventures in the Bahamas. Gonna go find sharks and turtles and swimming pigs and everything good. Alright, see ya.